So you guys know my favorite Mojo stack. I talked about Health JEV and the Fava Bean Peptide. It has it's such a great formulation. Everything's kind of low dose, but you get such the benefit. And then have you guys heard of 5 amino MQ, 5 amino 1 MQ? It's amazing. It decouples fat and gets NAD up. It uncouples like the metabolism. I actually don't totally fully understand how it works, but it just works. And it helps NAD if you like to get a little boost for energy. I love all the mitochondrial peptides. I use all of them. I cycle all of them, or sometimes I layer several at a time. Mazzi is like super amazing. Humanin is a caloric restriction mimetic in terms of longevity terms. Humanin will mimic any kind of like caloric restriction, but I don't like restricting too much, but I like this mimetic. Humanin also was shown that it is a long-term HIIT mimetic. It's not an exercise per se mimetic, but it's very particular to where they studied in humans like who do HIIT for more than 30 days. That's called long-term HIIT, and they get high amounts of humanin. So I used to be an endurance runner. I'm kind of getting back into that again because I want to boost my humanin. Humanin is found 3 times higher in centenarians compared to others or normal people like us, which is really phenomenal. Same with Mazzi. Mazzi is also found at 3 times levels in centenarians compared to average normal mortal people. Mazzi is just a generic exercise mimetic. I don't fully love it. When I use it, my palms get red and flushed. Do you guys ever get that? I feel like I'm getting Stevens-Johnson's for about like 5 minutes. So it creeps me out, but I still use it occasionally. I don't see side effects otherwise, and I don't seem to get sensitized. But yeah, let me know if any of you guys notice that. And then SS31 is amazing. It's used in many protocols to improve any organ system, liver, renal, gut, brain, everything. It is for mitochondrial biogenesis. It just cranks out more quantity of your abundance of your mitochondria. And what I love about it, when I look at the amino acid sequence, there's a DMT in there in the amino acid sequence. That's kind of cool. Okay, so here's my Mojo 7 stack for anabolic. Like if you're considering fat loss, weight loss, and you want to kind of cheat a little bit, here are some codes. Like Microbiome Mojo is amazing. Having soil probiotics, we have 500 million soil probiotics in there, AFUs, and the regular Bifida maximus, 7-strain, oxalate degrading. It's histamine free, so it's really great for if anyone has SIBO. But it has all the flora we need to grow Akkermansia. We have all the flora that bumps up GLP-1, and it's the Bifida maximus at 100 billion, and it's amazing. So Microbiome Mojo is a mainstay. Dragon, I'm on taking bioidentical, so I don't have low estrogen anymore. Dragon's amazing. We have estrogen blockers in there. It's a natural aromatase inhibitor for all those who are bumping up hormones anabolically. You don't want your testosterone to go somewhere you don't want it to go, like estrogen path or some other path. And then for women, you don't want your estrogen dominance, if you happen to have it, to go down different paths, like to testosterone, totally, right? We want to stay as progesterone. So Dragon Mojo is really ideal for that. And there's adaptogens in it, and it helps blunt stress responses in human trials. And the Health JEV, again, I already mentioned it. I just feel great muscle growth on that. And for athletes, it's not on the banned list of peptides or drugs. For human growth hormone secretogs, human growth hormone isn't that bad. I think low microdosing is probably not that bad. I like the secretogs, the releasing hormones here. I like to use both. And if I'm working out a lot, I'll literally wake up the next day and feel like kind of stripped off and can kind of see 6-pack a little. And, but if you're scale focused, scale centered, don't look at your scale, because tesamorelin, ipamorelin, human growth hormone secretogs, as you're putting on mass, lean mass, you're also going to put on a little bit of water weight, not much fat, generally speaking, unless you have high insulin or insulin resistance. Okay. So some people, like if they're combating, overweight and they're in the first stage of their journey, ipamorelin and tesamorelin aren't going to be good agents for them. people have to have a certain level of anabolic hormone and not have those problems and have good, decent amount of insulin sensitivity. And yeah, it's a great stack. So I do 2 or 3 doses during the day, an hour before a meal or before a workout, ipamorelin, 150 micrograms. And then at bedtime, I do the huge dose, tesamorelin. It's the Tessa of human growth hormone, psychotogs. I do 1 milligram at bedtime and right in the belly fat. And it's just like amazing combined with, whether it's high rep, low weight or high heavy weight lifting days. And then I love the oxytocin exercise. I don't really indulge in this a lot, but it is really, really amazing to see HRVs really climb up 10, 20, 30%. Everyone who does the oxytocin exercise, 2 or 3 times a week minimum, they'll see their oxytocin effect and impact their HRV quite quickly. Like whether they start at 10, 20, they'll eventually get up to 100, but they'll quickly, double it, triple it in just a short period of time in 2 weeks or less.